under 2 minutes. I hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful Hanukkah weekend and a very awesome Monday. Shalom Barbara, Chag Sameach. Shalom John, Chag Sameach. How are you all? Shalom Ellen, how are you? We will begin our Maariv service in just under 1 minute. I hope everyone's had a wonderful weekend and a very awesome Monday. Hello, Tiona. Hello, Myra. Shalom. I know, fifth candle already. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about that. It seems like it's going by far too quickly. Far too quickly for my liking, but that's okay. That's okay. As long as we all can enjoy it. Shalom, Amy. Shalom, Ellen. How are you? How is everyone doing this evening? Hola, Claudia. How are you? Shalom ve'erev tov, everyone. Chag Sameach. My name is Rabbi Deborah McKenzie. I'm located in a very rainy and slightly unseasonably warm Clarksburg, Maryland, which is a suburb of Washington, D.C. I'm also a JSLI Rabbinical School alumna, and it is my honor and pleasure to be with you this evening. We will be using the Rabbi Deborah Sidur and the online Sidurim. We'll also be using the various chat functions, and we can check on the website. Hopefully that's up as well. And, with that, let us just greet each other. Yes, Siona, I know. There was a little bit of snow today, and I guess we're due for a nor'easter later this week. I'll take it in stride. Shalom, Marvin. How are you? Let us join together and greet each other with the Hine Matov, and then we will light our Hanukkah candles. Hine Matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov u'manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Behold how good and pleasant it is for brothers and sisters to dwell together and at least come together so that we can light the menorah. Shalom, Roberto. How are you? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim la'avoteinu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. Amen. Hanerot halelu anachnu madlikin al hatishuot ve'al hamilchamot ve'she'asita la'avotenu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh al yedei kohanecha hakadoshim v'chol shemonat yimei Chanukah hanerot halelu kodesh hem ואין לנו רשות להשתמש בהן, אלא לראותם בלבד כדי להודות ולהלל לשמך הגדול, על ניסיך ועל נפלותיך ועל ישועתך. Amen. Welcome, Paul. Welcome, Beth. Welcome, Joseph. Welcome, Irene. Welcome, Johnny. Chag Sameach. And I hope everyone's had a great weekend and an awesome Monday. And please join me in singing Ma'otzur. Ma'otzur Yeshuati Lechana Elishabeach Tikkun Beitefilati V'sham Toda Nitzabeach להתכין מבח, מצרם נבח, אז אגמור בשיר מזמור, חנוכת המזבח, אז אגמור בשיר מזמור, חנוכת המזבח. And then actually this year, and I don't know what made this year different from other years in my family, but my nieces and nephews have been doing dreidel game challenges. And so, of course, Sivivon for dreidel is one of their favorites, one of mine as well. Sivivon so Chanukah hu chag tov, Chanukah hu chag tov, Sivivon so Chag simcha ulam, nes gadol hayasham, nes gadol hayasham, Chag simcha ulam. Their version is much more dramatic. So with that, thank you all. And the lights are for us to look upon as we remember the great miracle that happened there for those of us outside of Israel. Welcome, Cassandra. Shalom. Welcome, Osandu. Shalom. Let us join together with our call to worship, the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach leolam va'ed. Praise be the Lord, unto whom all praises are due. Praise be the Lord, unto whom all praises are due, now and forever. Shalom and happy Hanukkah, Ken. Shalom, Saliha. Shalom, Sandy. And shalom, Jessica. How are all of you? And Chag Sameach. Let us greet the evening with the Maariv Aravim. Praised are you, Adonai, our God, who rules the universe. By your word is the evening dusk, and by your wisdom is the dawn. The day is designed wondrously, and the seasons are set in order, and by your will are the stars arranged in the sky. Adonai Tzavaot is your name. You create day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness away from light. Eternal God, your sovereignty shall embrace us forever. Praised are you, Adonai, for each evening's dusk. Baruch atah Adonai, ha-Maariv Aravim. Amen. Let us go to the Ahavat Olam in English. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel and everyone from around the world. Let us join together and affirm our faith with the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Eternal One is our God. The Eternal God is one. Let us go to the V'ahavta in English. And you shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus ye shall remember to do all these commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Let us go to the Michamocha. Michamocha ba'elim Adonai, Michamocha nedar ba'kodesh, norati lot osef eleh. Who is like you, O God, among the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? Let us go to the Hashkivenu, our request for protection. Make us, Adonai, to lie down in peace, and awaken us again, our sovereign in life. Spread over us your shelter of peace. Guide us with your good counsel. Save us because of your mercy. Shield us from enemies and pestilence, from starvation, sword, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. O God who watches over us and delivers us, our gracious and merciful ruler. Guard our coming and our going. Grant us life and peace, now and always. Praised are you, Adonai, eternal guardian of your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, shomer amo Yisrael la'ad. Amen. Let us go to the Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba Be'alma divrach rutei Yamlich machutei B'chayechon uvyomechon Uvchayedecho be'Yisrael Bagala Uvizman Kariv Dimeru Amen. Yeshmei Rabba Mevorach Leolam Olam Me'amaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yipar V'yiromam V'yitnasein V'yithadar V'yitale V'yitalal Shemei Kudsha Brichu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata Damiran be'alma V'yimaru Amen. Now we will have a moment of silent devotion, silent meditation, or silent reflection. At this time, let us join together for Tefillat HaAmidah, and let us lift our spirits and raise our hearts and rise humbly in prayer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Ve'Elohei Leah. Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor, Ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Ve'Konei HaKol, V'zocher chastei avot v'imahot, Mevi gola livnei v'nehem, Leman shemo b'yahava. Melech ozer Moshiach u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Yezrat Sarah. Atah gibor leolam Adonai mechayeh hakol atah, Rav lehoshia, Mashiv aruch morid Hashem, Mechakel chayim bechesed, Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato lishenei afar. Mi chamocha bal gevurot umido melach. Melech memit umechaye umatzmiach Yeshua. V'ne'emar ata l'chayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai Mechaye HaKol. Shalom Erev Tov, Will. How are you? Well, we have come to the Hoda'ah portion of our service. And again, I hope everyone is having a wonderful Hanukkah and, a great weekend. Hope you're finding reasons to light those Hanukkah lights within as well as without. And, Shalom, Larry, how are you? There's so much going on and so much, to really just drain our energy, to draw our attention that, things, whether or not they create misery, whether or not they're just draining or frustrating or distressing, it doesn't even matter. We know what our day-to-days can be like. And this time of year, especially in the Northern Hemisphere, as it gets darker earlier, it can add that extra time of darkness can add additional stress on people. And then you've got, pandemic stuff that also is creating stress, whether there's a vaccine available or not. There's just all kinds of stuff creating stress. But there is something about Hanukkah, and, it is also a holiday of Thanksgiving. It is a festival acknowledging the miracles of life. In fact, a great miracle in particular. But if we learn from that, there are lots of great miracles in our lives. Lots of them. And so I want you to take this moment to just breathe, inhale and exhale. I want you to smile, and I want you to be present in your own journey. I know the feeling, believe me. Saliha knows that I know the feeling. there's a lot to go on, but at some point we've just got to take stock in our own journey, be present so that we can recall, remember, and acknowledge our achievements, the lessons we've learned, our loved ones, the kindnesses and good fortunes that we have been blessed to receive as well as to share. Moments when we've had a joyful heart or sincere spirit of gratitude or a sense of peace or any of the many and varied blessings with which we have been blessed. These are the milestones. These are some of the lights that pave our journey. I'm going to read the Hoda'ah aloud in English while you do so. And if you are so inclined, please type in at least one item for which you are truly, truly grateful. We proclaim that you are Adonai, our God, and the God of our ancestors throughout all time. You are the rock of our lives, the shield of our salvation in every generation. We thank you and praise you for our lives that are in your hand, for our souls that are in your charge, for your miracles that are with us daily, for your wonders and gifts that accompany us at all times, evening, morning, and noon. For you are good and your mercy is everlasting. You are compassionate and your kindness never ending. We have always placed our hope in you. Amy is grateful, that she doesn't need cataract surgery. Siona is grateful that her husband's back is getting better. Johnny is grateful, a great therapist who seems to understand. Sliha is grateful for this very beautiful moment. Ellen is grateful to be sharing this Hanukkah with us. Thank you, Ellen, for being able to get on. I'm grateful you're able to get in, that you're able to see the chat and to be in the chat. Ellen is grateful for just sitting and watching the Hanukkah candles burn tonight. burning tonight were very soothing. Siona is also thankful for our Sim Shalom community. Myra is thankful the vaccines are on the way. Blessings for the world. Yes. Amy is thankful that Rabbi Galit was there for her last night through her tears. Most definitely, Irene. Lord, have listened to your prayers. Shalom, Laura, for finding this service online. Well, welcome. Welcome. If this is your first Sim Shalom service, I hope it's good for you. So thank you very much. And you are amongst orbs of light. So please welcome, and everyone, please welcome Laura. Thank you, Ellen. And Larry is thankful that his COVID test was negative and that they've lost no one in his community to COVID. Yes, indeed. I am thankful that we are, hopefully rounding the edge of the pandemic. But I am grateful to be with all of you. You know how that sets the stage for my entire week. So thank you all very, very much. I am grateful that Laura is able to join us as a newbie. Thank you, Laura. And you can please let us know from where you hail. I'm grateful that it is Hanukkah, and again that we are all safe and that we can create this sacred space for us, even if it's for a few minutes and sometimes beyond and in between the Maariv services. So thank you all. Thank you very, very, very much. And Irene, we don't really espouse. We espouse Jewish universalism, but it unfortunately it does not include Messianic Judaism or belief in Jesus. But we are glad and welcome you to join and be in company with us. So thank you. And thank you, Laura from Phoenix. For all these goodness and blessings, we shall ever praise and exalt you. May every living creature thank you and praise you faithfully, God of our deliverance and our help. Praised are you, Adonai, the essence of goodness, to whom it is worthy to give praise. Amen, the Amen. And thank you all very, very, very much. Because, we have to uplift each other. That's not only a mitzvah, that's part of our natural human nature, our human instinct. It's probably more spiritual than physical, but nevertheless, it is there. And it is in these times where we know even some among us are in need of healing. There's so much healing. There are those who are in need of recovery, those who are in need of respiration, those who are in need of hope, encouragement, strengthening, and inspiration, those who are in need of comfort, those who are in need of solace, those who are in need of acceptance, and those who are in need of peace. Whether they are amongst us tonight, whether they share our space, or whether or not they are in our hearts and in our minds, I invite you now to type in the names of those for whom you want the prayer for healing said. And as I read each name aloud, please let us focus our collective healing light and energy and intention and prayer towards their healing, towards their recovery, towards their restoration, towards their hope, strengthening, encouragement, and inspiration, towards their comfort, solace, acceptance, and peace. Heal us, Adonai, and we shall be healed. Help us, and we shall be saved, for you are our glory. Grant complete and perfect healing for all of our afflictions. May you who blessed our ancestors, may it be your will to send complete healing and restoration of body, mind, and soul too. Janice, Laura, Ben, Perry. Not sure what's going on with why you can't see the chats, Joseph. Joanna, Stephen, David, Francis Johnson, Jared Ben Hiram, Mary, Joseph, Scott Aronofsky, Siona's brother's school and her mother's retirement community, both of which have COVID outbreaks. Eric Ben Maggie, Marlene Bat Chaya, Paula Bat Rose, Jenny Batwana, Amy, Pam, Hazel, Rebecca, Ronnie, Rabbi Galit and her husband Lynn, Elisa, Becky, and Sean. Sliha's Aunt Nadia. The Paranilam family, Ula Bat Irene, B Bat Ella, all those suffering physically and emotionally. Mrs. Cyrus, Mrs. Edwards, Mrs. Mendoza, Raymond Ben Catherine, Candace Bat Colleen. If there are others, please feel free to type in their names. In the meantime, I will add the McCaslin, Doyle, and Haley families, the McCullough and Mitchell families, Michael Ben Sephora, Rala, Anthony Ward, Stephanie, Lucy, Valerie, Aaron, Maddie, Trey, Mayo, Bonnie, Izumi, Malcolm, Rose, Albert, all the victims of violence and those with COVID, Sue Buchanan, James from England. Welcome, Brian. Wendy Vogel, Patty Vogel, the Vogel family, Shandell Bat Sharon, Hannah Bat Shandell, Mir Ben Sorka, Leah Adnom Gebru, Miriam, the McCullough and Mitchell families, the Orlandi family, the Kivett and Blaine families, Batya Makal Bas Perachaya, Susan, Chris, Angie, Ken, the Langholt family, the Arbo family, Michael, John, the Sudberg family, Bing Nguyen, first responders, medical professionals, and frontline workers, those who've lost loved ones in this tough time, those missing loved ones in this tough time, the James, Adams, Williams, McKenzie, and Grant families, Roland and Judy Hansen, those injured and friends and loved ones of those who perished in tragedies of 2020, those with COVID-19 related illnesses, and family and friends of those who perished because of COVID-19 related illnesses, our injured and wounded warriors, as well as family and friends of those soldiers who have made the ultimate sacrifice. We also include our brothers and sisters in worship who are affected and impacted by causeless hatred, anti-Semitism, racism, misinformation, misunderstanding, psychological and physiological inconsistencies that lead to violence and fatalities in assemblies. Williola, Fred, Sarah, Zachariah, Zephaniah, Tzion, Israela, Rob, the Peta and Dicrescenta families, Melanie, Matt and Eli, Aaron and Lucy, Marcia, Herbert, James, Rachel, Bill, Gilaloma Bat Rachel, Ava Bat Miriam, Rav Jenny and her and brother Dave Poland, Rav Tony, the Terry family, the Cohen family, the RDB and Shakiri families, and Steve Davis. Along with all others who suffer. And may those who tend to those who are ill, Adonai, be strengthened and encouraged so that we may serve by intending and attending to their restoration, serving as an instrument of your healing and reflecting your blessing and goodness in their time of need. For you are the faithful and merciful God of healing. May this come to pass speedily in our day. Praised are you, Adonai, who is the healer of Israel, all people everywhere, and all your creation. And let us say, Amen, the Amen. And for all those whose names we have said aloud, as well as those who we still hold in our hearts and in our minds, for them do we intend and pray for a complete and speedy refuah shalema. Amen, the Amen. Shalom, James and Joseph. I can see your chat. I'm not sure. I guess you can't see the chat. And my only recommendation would be is if you switched over to YouTube to see if that would work. This time, let us go to the Aleinu. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latet kedula leotze breshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot hadama. Shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol amonam, v'anachnu kor'im, u'mishtachavim u'modim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz. Bayom hahu yiyeh Adonai echad. U'shemo echad. And it is said, and the Lord shall be sovereign over all the earth. And in that day shall the Lord be one, and Adonai's name one. At this time, let us turn our hearts and minds and remember those who have transitioned to the world beyond to their eternal rest. And even though these precious souls are no longer with us physically, we know that their lives, their legacies, their journeys are ever imprinted in our hearts and in our minds. Even with the passage of time, we still hold them ever precious. If you are in mourning or are observing a yard site, please join me now in saying the Mourner's Kaddish. And if you are so inclined, please type in the names of those whose memories you cherish and wish to honor this evening. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. V'yalmad divrach rutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayei chon v'yomei chon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'galau v'zman. Kari v'imru. Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam olamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipoar v'yiromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birachata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma. V'imru. Amen. Yehe shalama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen. O say shalom b'mrumav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael. V'yal kol yoshvei tevel. V'imru. Amen. Tonight, we are remembering all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them. We remember Catherine Bat Luli, Sliha's grandma, Zohra, Sheba Paranilam, We're remembering victims of violence and of COVID-19. We're remembering Fran Kapp, Ida Levy, we're remembering Mary, Harry, Robert Aronofsky, and Carol Martin. We're remembering Kathy, Glenn, Maureen, Rabbi Mindy, Helene, Henry, Mildred, Rose, and Art. Remember Isaiah Dov Beer, Mir Benglika, Alex Trebek, Azizi the Giraffe, Beverly Fletcher, Beverly Edinson, Sam, and Beth. If there are others you wish to honor this evening, please type in their names. In the meantime, I will include Austin Cohen, Martha Allen, Lisa McGowan, Lorenzo Wright, Danielle Ben-Leah, Tom Doyle, Casey Williams Jr., Tom Sutphin, Renee Sudberg, Stephanie's brother, Alice's grandmother Goldie Cooper, Patrice Arbeau, Eric Garber, Kevin Burke, Cynthia Whiting, Angeline McKenzie Adams, Ken's grandmother, Stephen Kivett, Randy Layton, Leela Mae McCullough, Mr. and Mrs. Palmer Orlandi, Sr., Father Jack McCaslin, Sylvia Dickershintepeta, all those who've perished with COVID-19 related illnesses. We remember Tiny Lister, remember the father of Alan Goldsmith, remember Rabbi Karen's cat Sonny. We also remember singer Charlie Pride. We also remember our soldiers and war fighters who have perished and have made the ultimate sacrifice. And we also remember those who have perished in tragedies of 2020. The Tehillim says that the issues of death belong unto you, Adonai. In this, do they and we exist in your unity. So teach us to number our days that we may apply our hearts into wisdom. And teach us to live wisely and unselfishly, courageously and fruitfully, in truth and in understanding, in love and in peace, so that our remembrance of them will be more than mere moments of regret, but rather serve as a catalyst for noble and inspired living. And may the names of those whose memories we cherish be for a blessing. And may we bring honor to them in our living. And may we become worthy, so that those who come after us may likewise remember us for good, as we this day affectionately remember those who were unto us a blessing. And let us say, Amen. Well, Chaverim Mishpacha, we have come to the end of our Maariv service, and it is indeed, as always, my honor and pleasure to be with you. Of course, Sim Shalom has Maariv services every weeknight, Monday through Thursdays with JSLI rabbis, Rabbi Karen, Rabbi Nancy, Rabbi Galit, and of course Friday nights Kabbalat Shabbat with Rabbi Steve Blaine. And if I remember what he said on Friday, I believe this coming Friday is ordination Shabbat. So it's a special time, and I believe Rabbi Steve said that he was going to be streaming it. So you want to see what we go through in part for the services as part of our smicha, then please join in. It is absolutely, it is a remarkable, spiritually life-changing event. That's all I can say. With that, I do want to also thank all of you, for those of you who attended services Friday night with me, and the Cantors, which was that Hanukkah concert was absolutely wonderful. Oh my goodness. However, if you are also studying this week's Parsha, it is Miketz. And this is where, oh my goodness, this is where we get to see the fruition of all of the toils and trials and tribulations and challenges Yosef has gone through since he's had his dreams, since he left home or was taken away from home, depending on how you look at it. But everything that he went through, and being what it means to live a life of purpose, and what that really means. I think in a lot of ways Yosef exhibits that. We get to see that in his journey in these parshiot, and certainly Miketz is where he has a breakthrough, and things start to, his dreams start to fulfill. And that's interesting because we often have dreams about what we want to be and what we want to come, but we rarely fill in the details of what it will take to get there, and rarely do we know the details of what it will take to get there. And so even though things may look like they're going downhill, that doesn't necessarily mean that's where you'll end up. So I want you to remember that. Don't lose the spark. Don't lose the spark of light in within, because there's always an upside for you. So if you are studying this week's Parsha, I bid you all great study. Welcome, Rabbi Jenny. It's great to see you on. Thank you for joining in. For all of you, I hope you're having a tremendous and a wonderful Hanukkah. Hope you're eating lots of latkes and sufganiyot or potato kugel or whatever your fancy. I hope you are enjoying it. I hope you're, finding reasons to smile and reminisce and enjoy. I hope you're staying safe and staying well as our Hanukkah lights are going out. Please allow me to bless you with a threefold blessing before we go into our Monday evening or Tuesday. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Thank you all so very much. It has been my honor. Thank you all. Erev tovu, laila tovu, boker tovu, shavua tov. Please be safe. Please be well. Please be blessed. Most of all, please be a blessing. Shine your light. Shine it. It's there. Don't let it go out. And if you need somebody to help you, let us know, and we will share our light with you. We'll be a shamash. Look, I know that may have been corny, but anything, I'm going to do anything I can to get it through. So, God bless you all. Thank you so much. I love you. Take care. Please be safe. Those on the East Coast with the nor'easter coming, please be careful. Enjoy the snowfall. Oh, please take care. And Chag Chanukah Sameach. I'll see you soon. If not later this week, then certainly next week. Take care. Bye-bye.